Hey YouTubers, it's DanielCoOkTV. I previously already uploaded this deck, but recently I just went to Nationals for the first time. And this time Nationals is in the States, and it's my first time ever in the States also. And anytime I've ever been out of the country, I've only been to my homeland, which is like, Jamaica. So I go over to the States, and I decided to play my Curry deck. Me and my co-captain of my team, talked about it, and we figured like almost everybody's gonna be playing the tier 1 decks, and they're not gonna be able to have a sideboard for this deck at all. They don't have a response to most of the things I'm capable of doing in this deck. Their only response is warnings and valor, and if they don't have those, they're gonna accept an OTK, and it's gonna be GG. So I'm gonna get right into the deck and explain it, even though I previously already explained it in other videos. But this is the deck I played at Nationals. I finished 9 wins, 3 losses. I placed 80th. You can look it up on the website if you want. My real name is Daniel Plumber on the Konami website, so if you guys want to check it out. So I'm going to get straight into the deck and explain it and everything. So I play 3 Cyber Dragons. 3 Cyber Dragon is a great card for the OTK potential. It's a 5-star. It's a light machine. It's 21 beater, so it's a free special summon. It also allows me to run over my opponent's monsters. So anybody who tries to use Tengu, that gas Tengu card is a fucking floater. I special the Cyber and I keep beating down their Tengu unless they deprison me. Anyways, then I have the boss monster in my deck, the Curry Strategist. He is the man. The reason being is his effect is almost like an enemy controller that allows me to consistently keep switching my opponent's monsters' battle positions and my own, thus allowing me to use tokens and put them to attack position, change my opponent's monsters' battle position to defense, allowing me to run them over. Then we have the Komachi. The Komachi is almost like a Bogar Knight or Kageki, but it's better. Why? Because it cannot be oppressed or warninged. It's a continuous face-up effect. So I normal summon this card, and if my opponent doesn't respond with a Valor, I'm going to call priority and Curry summon. This allows me to then sync into a level 7, and then make the Borea, and then special. So if I, so I assume I go special Cyber, summon this, normal summon. That's that's a level 8, that's a level 7, and a level 4 monster on field. And if my home doesn't really have a response, the life is going to be really low. Then we play one Watchdog. One Watchdog is a level 4 tuner. The only reason why I play one because it can't be destroyed by battle when it's an attack position, and its defense is 1800, so not a lot of cards can get over this. And also the Komachi is 19 defense, so not a lot of cards can get over this either. Also remember, all Curry monsters switch battle positions if you declare an attack on them while they're in an attack position, and if they're face up, they all must declare an attack if they're not a synchro. Now we play the Nusamu. The Nusamu is really good. It's a recruiter from the deck. It allows you to special summon and keep searching. So you're guaranteed not to take damage if you have face up Curry monsters and your opponent clears an attack, unless you have a Komachi face up or a Watchdog. So assume I have Watchdog set and he crashes into my Watchdog, he would take damage, and if he crashes with another monster, it switches to attack position. Same thing with the Komachi. Anyways, then we play Too Quick. Too Quick is like the sheriff of the deck. It's really great. It's fantastic. So if I destroy my opponent's monster by battle, I'm allowed to special summon a level 4 Curry monster from my graveyard, which most likely is going to be the Watchdog, or the Strategist, or the Komachi. So I'd use this to make the Burrito or a Stardust, or I would take the Strategist, special summon him in defense, target one of my opponent's monsters, switch him to attack position, hit him with the Synchro so they take a huge amount of damage, then main phase 2, sink into a Landoise, sink into an Ancient Fairy Dragon, just in case those guys have Reborn, or make another Curry level 7, get where I'm going with this. Or if I got this, it means I have another level 4 in my hand, so I'm gonna summon again, and then I'm gonna keep sinking and get the deck going. And I play one Hop High. One Hop High is a really good floater, even though he switches to defense and he attacks. The fact is, he's good to run over Thunder King. He's a great beat stick, and he's great overall. One of the key cards in the deck is Gores. Why? Because nobody expects this card. Because this is an OTK deck, so I go off, and my opponents really think I have nothing left when I have this one card in my hand, and these guys are gonna try to attack, and I'm gonna drop this fucking Gores in their face, and they're gonna start to fucking cry. Anyways, this Desynchro was a key player in the deck over Nats. So many times I used this card. I put guys Barkions back in the extra deck, I put Brow back in the extra deck, I put a Scrap Dragon back in the extra deck, I put Stardust Dragon back in the extra deck. Like, it was ridiculous. My opponents didn't even know what the hell this card did. They read it, and they tried to special from their graveyard. I had to make them reread the card and understand that they could not special summon. So I put their Synchro monsters back where they came from, and that allowed me to take control of the game. One Curry Gold Dust. This card is almost like similar to a limiter. So assuming I have a face-up Nishipashi, which is 500 attack, and have a Burrito, which is level 8, and he's a 28 beater. So assume I attack with Burrito, giving my opponent 28 direct damage. If I attack with this now for 500, I can activate this during damage calculation, copying the attack of another face-up Karakuri monster and adding it on. So I took the 20 of the Burrito, pushed up to 33. So in total, my opponent would take 6,100 off that one battle phase because of this card. This card is really good. Then I have one limiter. The limiter allows me to OTK really fast. 2 space to hit the back row. 2 instant fusions. Instant fusion is a really good card. It allows me to go summon Kumachi, summon from hand, go instant fusion. That's the key plays in my deck. Or I go Cyber Dragon, summon, and that's OTK. If I don't have those kind of plays, I set up until I do. Then I have one Trunade. This Trunade's good. One Reborn to Reborn, one Book to Book, one Mind Control to take my opponent's monsters, one Dark Hole to Dark Hole, and the hot card of the deck, Overload Fusion. So, other than having this guards in and out, if I don't OT my opponent and he somehow keeping up with me, I'm gonna drop this or I'm gonna drop this, and they're most likely not gonna have a response because they already wasted all their warnings and etc. on stopping me from syncering so much because the deck is a really aggressive and Argo deck. Alright, so yeah, that's the spell lineup. I'm gonna get straight into the trap lineup after I pack this up. There's 13 spells, 17 monsters. Yeah, I've been playing the deck for quite a while now. You know, so the only real reason I really went to go to Nats was because, you know, somebody had to go rep my team, and on top of that, I really just wanted to go to Pittsburgh, I really wanted to go to Amsterdam, man, just to smoke some bud. But anyways, let's get straight into this. 3 traps done. The reason why I play 3 traps done is because 3 traps done is really good. So I also play 10 traps, so to make the card 40 deck. So 17 monsters, 13 spells, 10 traps, 40 card deck. So 3 traps done. This allows me to stop my opponent's back rows. They can't use warnings, etc., etc., etc. Stop their plays, slows them down. Some people may think it's a dead draw, but the fact is, I'm rarely going to draw 2 trap stuns, and even if I do draw 2 trap stuns, the fact is, this allows me to go off, and my opponent's only out is going to be a Book of Moon or the Veiler. Now for the one call. Call is good, especially from the grave. I usually end phase my opponent with a call, and then my standby phase, I go trap stun to drop my game. One Dust Tornado. One Dust Tornado hit the back row or hit any card my opponent be running, like Necro Valley, field cards, hit an oppression, anything that's a problem. One TT. TT is really good, it sweeps the field. One Mirror Force, the Mirror Force. One Solemn to Solemn. One Prison to Prison. And lately, after my regional, after I went 7-1, like I lost the game all because I couldn't pay life points for a warning. So what happened was I decided to take warning out of the deck, and after that regional, I've been consistently playing with Royal Oppression, and Royal Oppression has been the better card. Because even though my opponent's normal summon and new stuff, anything that they make that like is normal summon or etc., I can get over by syncering and stuff. And this card is really good because I play triple trap stun, 2 space, and 1 Trunade. It gives me 6 outs to destroy my own card, and I only pay 100. So, you know, my opponent's going to see me synchro in, they're going to attempt to pay 800, and I'm just creating a trap stun. And then they're going to have no reply. So, that's the main deck, guys. You guys let me know what you think, and etc. I'm going to get straight into the extra deck. I play 2 Cybersaurus, because it's really good. 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon to Chimera Tech. 1 Chimera Tech Over Dragon for the Overload. 1 Notorious Landoid. I took that out for a second back row, so when I play tested that when I went to that regionals, it really helped during the top A match, and it really helped a lot during Nats because I faced multiple Tengu decks and etc. Everybody was using Tengu Gainus, so you know I decided to make this card a lot, and I went at the current attack. I just end my turn and set up my OTK because my opponent would then be scared to even activate any monster effects in general because I discard a spell card to negate it. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. Yeah, if you don't believe me, this card rapes Tengu plants. Rapes them, rapes Samurai. Like, it's disgusting. Those guys don't do nothing for the next 6 turns unless they have Dark Hole, Book of Moon, TT, or a Mirror Force. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon to pop field cards. It's also a good defender. So, you know, just in case, you know, if I'm scared of my opponent reborning, if I have 2 face of machine types and getting a 3000 beater, I may phase 2 instead of me making another level 7 machine type. I'm going to make this Ancient Fairy Dragon just to sit on. 1 Black Rose Dragon to blow up the whole field. 1 Stardust Dragon to make Stardust. 1 Scrap Dragon to make Scrap Dragon. Now for the Karakuri Synchros. 3 Bore 00. He's great. He's one of the key cards in the deck. He allows me to consistently keep changing the positions of the monsters on the field, thus allowing me to get damage off easier. The draw power of the deck, the burrito. Yeah, the burrito is so good. Like, I get to draw cards off this guy once per turn. If my opponent doesn't do anything and get past my burritos on their turn, before they know it, my hand advantage is going to quadruple. So on the first turn when I bring these guys out, I'm going to draw 1 or 2 cards. My next turn, I'm going to draw another 1 or 2 cards. And before I know it, my hand advantage is ridiculous over my opponent. It's crazy. It's too good. Anyways, now let's get straight to the sideboard. The sideboard is 3 Puppet Plant. The reason why I play 3 Puppet Plant is because GKS and 6 Samurais are both top tier decks, and a lot of people play that shit, and people play Chaos Sorcerers and Breakers and stuff, so I side deck these in, steal his ship, synchro with it, you know what it is. So, you know, I don't want those Sheens to negate my trap stuns and my oppression and my key cards of the deck. So, you know, I'm gonna go special cyber, and he's gonna be like, that's fine, because, you know, he has a Sheen up and maybe like 4 back rows, and I'm gonna go, okay, that's cool, and I'm gonna go Puppet Plant, and he's gonna be like, that's fine too, because, you know, you may not have that Book of Moon. And then I'm gonna go summon strategist, and after that, it's all downhill for that nigga. 1 ground mode to bounce. Ground mode allows me to bounce my opponent's synchro monsters and their chimeric fortress dragon, or any cards they keep setting. Or I'll get them in a lock with the cyber dragon, if you know what I mean. I'll have them in a lock with cyber dragon and keep bouncing them. 1 Dyna. 1 Dyna is really good. It allows me to sweep the whole field of my opponent's special summons. Also allows me to beat down certain decks. Double Veiler. Reason why I play Double Veiler is really good. It allows me to slow down my opponent's monster effects. Yes, this card is a neg, but you have to know how to use it and when to activate it. So you want to really use it when you don't have a response to certain plays. 2 Noblemen of the Cross. It's really good. Hits face downs, GKS, you know what it is. Anybody who sets a lot, Raikos, etc., etc. Then 2 Closet Forests. 2 Closet Forests is really good. Hits field cards like Dragonides, Hero Beat, GKS, yeah. Then 2 Chain Disappearance. This hits any deck that plays 1,000 less monsters. Most decks do. So that Kaigeki, that Kagamusha. If you're facing plans, if they even want to make a goddamn synchro, their tuners are all 1,000 or less. So I'm just gonna RFG that stuff. And their only big beater in the deck, and also can synchro, is the flippin' Tengu. 2 Debunk. 2 Debunk is really good. This allows me to stop Baylor, Maxi, also allows me to stop my opponent's spore plays or any plays that they activate in the grave and negating their cards. Yeah, so that's the deck, guys. You guys let me know what you think, and etc., etc. Yeah, if you don't believe me, I really placed 80th with this deck. The deck is really good. You know, if you guys want to know my matchups, just PM me. I'll let you know. Yeah, comment, rate, and subscribe, YouTubers. Peace out.